Hey everyone, Barry Johnson, and welcome back to the Black Lab. There will not be a Z Fold 3 on this channel because the Microsoft Duo exists. So let's get into it. 4 weeks in, Engineer Reacts, the review of the Microsoft Duo. Let me just first say, wow, the Duo has absolutely exceeded all of my expectations. In person, the device is very impressive. It's obviously extremely well-made hardware, but let's get into why this engineer enjoys the Duo. So a lot of my systems every day run on Microsoft. So I'm always on Microsoft Teams. I'm always on Outlook, OneNote, pretty much anything under the sun that deals with Microsoft I deal with, and it's really nice to have a two-screen pairing with that so I can have two apps open at once. So that has been absolutely clutch. Another thing that has really surprised me was the amount of use that I would get out of Xbox Game Pass. If you have some time and you're not really in a space where you're gonna have a controller, it can get you by in a pinch, and that's something that has really kind of surprised me. I thought it was gonna be something that was cool, but it's actually turned out to be pretty useful. Another thing that has really impressed me with the Duo has just been the ability for me to use it like a daily driver. So part of the reason why this was delayed, I wanted to give it a long time, go beyond the 2 weeks. And I kind of took what Jay Will had said and what Kimmy had said with respect to, hey, when you're trying out these devices, try to take yourself out of the reviewer and use the device. So normally what I do is I either pick like something that's going to be on my primary line or my secondary line. My secondary line is always my work line. So I did that with this, but I never gave it the opportunity to go primary. And I did that over a couple of weeks. And I can say I could use this as my daily driver. However, battery is trash. I'm just gonna say that plainly. It's not good. That's something that does need to improve. Ever since I carry two devices, it's not been an issue for me. I would suspect that people would probably average around 4 hours of screen time in 2020, 2021. That's a no-go. I'm sorry, that's just can't happen. I will say there are some things that I don't like. So I think some of you may know that I moderate for El Jefe.
And then also, just as a word of warning, my guy Barry Johnson in the house, that is my moderator extraordinaire. And he has full leverage and rights to boot you out of the chat if you get out of line. So just to be clear, for anybody in here who starts trolling or acting funny, Barry's got the band hammer. He's like Thor up in this piece.
Technically, T hasn't been streaming as much lately, but I do moderate on his channel. And if I'm not part of the stream, like if I'm not on the panel, I take it very seriously. Like I'll let the person know if I'm not gonna be there unless I just happen to fall asleep if they've got a late night stream or it's not on the schedule or what have you. With the Duo, if you are someone that moderates or if you just participate in live streams, it's really not conducive to that. So if you take most slab phones, whether you adjust the font size or what have you, you can still see the display. There is a bug where the display will just go blank as you're typing. But it's really like kludgy in that. So I don't use this to mod ever because I want to still be able to see the chat as well as, take care of them. I usually carry two slab phones and see whoever's going the fastest just so I can mod and take appropriate action when needed. So that's one thing I don't like. YouTube live chat is not optimized for the Duo. There are workarounds, but that to me, no workarounds. It should just work. Another thing that has been kind of surprising with this in a positive way has been, to me, one of the clutch and unsung features. So when I saw that obviously photoshopped picture of the back camera sensor, it's like, Microsoft, no, we don't need think of this device differently like you thought of it before. We don't need a back camera, okay? Tell someone to get another camera or do something else, make a point and shoot that you start selling or something like that. Who cares? If you have to OEM a product, leave this alone, because one of the most clutch features on the Microsoft Duo is the ability to, when you really want to get in and dig into an email or reply or something's really popping off, is flipping the screens together and going to work. So I look at it as almost like a BlackBerry Lite. It doesn't have the physical keyboard, but it has like the size field of the old Passport. And that's when I really start to go in. I use it more of a dual screen, see both things going on, but like when I really need to respond to one of the active displays, I flip the screen and I just go to town. I have really enjoyed that. And the hinge is just, really well made. So I have to say, some of the caveats, another caveat has been the RAM. You do start to see that it's starting to choke on RAM. Processing speed is fine as far as I'm concerned. With the tasks that I'm doing, a lot of Microsoft-based stuff. I haven't done video editing with this, and I probably would never do it on the Duo. You start to see the RAM, and that's something that I would improve. Like for me, the Duo, the only thing I would do just to keep the main reviewers at bay is to reduce the bezel size, the RAM, and try to increase the battery if you can. That's pretty much it, with the Duo, and just keep improving the software over time. I will say that I am extremely happy with the Duo, and I'm probably going to pick up another Duo just because of the fire sale that's going on. And I recommend people give the Duo a look. Hey, try it out. See if it's something that can prevent you from buying another foldable at this point, because it's such a compelling value. And this will be something, a device that will be talked about for quite some time. And with that, I'm out.